Ever since I started songwriting, I knew I wanted to write for other artists. Though I love being an artist myself, songwriting is truly my passion, so I've spent so much time learning as much as I can about the craft and growing as a writer. One of my favorite things to do is to co-write with other artists and songwriters from all around the world. And last fall, I connected with Lindsey Farrow after I saw her tweet about looking for songwriters for her upcoming music. Once I connected with her and we got on Zoom, I realized reaching out to her was one of the best decisions I've made. I think one of the most important things in any collaboration is for there to be a natural connection. Especially when you get into something as vulnerable as music, you need there to be a comfortable atmosphere while writing a song. And when Lindsey and I got on Zoom for the first time, I knew right away we'd be a great fit. Lindsey started sharing her story with me and explaining the kind of songs she wanted to write. She also created a Spotify playlist for me to listen to for inspiration. After our initial conversation, I could see myself writing the song with her, and we dove right into it. I really enjoyed stepping out of the spotlight and taking the role of a songwriter. It was really important for me to remind myself that everything about the song needed to be tailored to Lindsey's style and the vision she had for the song. And that required me to be a really great active listener. While we were talking, before we even started writing the song itself, I was taking so many notes. Everything she said that jumped out at me, I wrote it down, because you never know what can come up when writing the lyrics. When she said something that really intrigued me, I asked her questions, making her go deeper, because the more we had during this initial brainstorming stage, the better off we'd be when writing the lyrics. And that definitely proved true, because I personally think the most important thing when writing any song is authenticity. And by taking notes while she was talking and really getting deep into the story and her emotions, every single thing written down on that document we had was 100% authentic, and that led to a very beautiful and authentic song. When Lindsey and I were going through all the content we had in the document, something that jumped out at both of us was "Never Add Up," and that instantly became the title, and we ran with it. Never Add Up is about how sometimes in life things just don't work out. We've all been there, and I think the thing about this song that's so special is how universal it is. We've all asked questions and couldn't find the answers. We've all been in situations where the puzzle pieces just don't seem to fit. We've been left wondering why. And I think all the listeners of Never Add Up will be able to find themselves in this song because it's so universal. We've all been there, and I think this is such a special song, and I'm so honored I got to write it with Lindsey. Writing Never Add Up was such an incredible experience. Lindsey and I were open to each other's opinions. We were both so excited about this song and so inspired. And I think since we had that great connection and excitement for this song, everything just flowed. The lyrics came together so well, and I absolutely love them, especially the first verse with the imagery and bringing in the strong message in the chorus and the bridge. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to talk about the bridge even more in just a bit. But I think the whole song just came together so nicely, and it really tells a story, and I think that's so important. So once we had the lyrics, I started playing around with the melody, and I had the melody for the first verse, pre-chorus, and chorus, and I did that for a few reasons. First, I didn't want to write a melody for the whole song in case I was completely off target, and also because I definitely wanted Lindsey to be able to contribute to the melody and the music side as well. So when I sang for her the melody I wrote with my guitar, she loved it, and so we tweaked it a bit to make it more fitting for her style. And then we got to the bridge, and I actually didn't write a bridge at the time. I didn't write the melody for it because I wanted to see what Lindsey would come up with. It's definitely the most emotional part of the song. It's where all the frustration comes out. And I remember just telling her, freestyle something. Just freestyle and see what comes out. And literally what she sang on the Zoom for that bridge, I swear my jaw hit the floor. Like, it was so incredible. I really felt the emotion. She really tapped into her feelings, and I was like, that's it. That's absolutely it. And after giving just a few phrasing suggestions, we had the bridge in no time, and the song was written. Next, we started talking about production. And I was so excited when we decided to make this a piano ballad because piano is my main instrument. So I was completely on board when Lindsey asked me if I'd record piano for the record. And I did that when I was at my studio back in January. Then we started to talk about other musical decisions, and this was a really fun part because I think it's really important for a song to tell a story musically. And so by starting off very intimate with the piano and Lindsey's vocals, and then bringing in the strings later on, bringing in all of her beautiful background vocals, it really built the song up all the way to the climax point in the bridge where there's all those minor chords. It's very strong, very powerful, and you can really feel the emotion and frustration. And then the end of the song has to be my favorite part. we decided to make the final chorus very strict and very vulnerable and emotional. And I think that shows a lot, because when you think about the concept of the song and Never Add Up, the bridge is that point of all that frustration and the confusion and why does this have to be this way? But I feel like the part that comes after that is the hardest part, and that's where you kind of have to accept it. You have to accept the reality, no matter how hard it might be. And that last chorus, how intimate it is, really shows kind of the draining out of the energy and that subtle feeling of, I have to accept this even though I don't want to. And I think that really comes out. And literally the first time I heard the song with Lindsey's vocals after she sent it to me, I cried. And the last chorus still makes me tear up every single time because I can feel that emotion. Never Add Up is such a beautiful song, and I saw something special in it from the beginning. When Lindsey told me she wanted to release it, I was so excited because I honestly couldn't imagine any other artist singing this song. This is also a very special moment for me because Never Add Up is my first songwriting cut ever. This is something I've been working toward for so long, and Never Add Up is a perfect song for making this dream come true. I honestly wouldn't change a single thing about my collaboration with Lindsey. It was so much fun, and we wrote an incredible song we're both proud of. I hope you love Never Add Up, and next time you're feeling confused and frustrated when pieces just don't fall into place, and you're left wondering why didn't this work out? Just remember that some things will never add up.